'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer, we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden you'll be...
There I am. Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Oh, I meant to actually, because it's Friday, I got out of my flow. I was often in La La Land. La La Love Zombies Land. I was floating about and I forgot to play my little Friday night because you know what? It's TGI Friday. So let's do that. Do over Friday night here on Hollis-tics. I'm Hollis-tics, your host. Oh, here it comes.
It's Friday night, and the mood is right. We're gonna have some fun, show you how it's done, TGI.
Here it comes. You know those childhood memories that just stick with you? Those were the days.
Take me back to the good times glow, when the world slowed down and the TVs glowed. From Mario jumps to TGIF nights, everything felt just right. If you remember, this is your song. Where you came from still lives on. Kick back, relax, stay a while. Voice of the people, USA makes it feel worthwhile. Grew up halfway between two worlds, mixtapes and modems, boys and girls. We saw the change, we felt the shift, but those memories remain a gift. So if you miss when life felt real and laughter echoed through the reel, this night's for you, come take your seat. We're past and present.
Little TGI Friday here. Got any cheese? Every Friday we get to go and pick out a video. We don't record over this one. If I remember this. Welcome. Be kind, rewind. TGIF Friday throwback on Hollis-tics, bringing back the good times every Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time across social media and Voice of the People USA Radio and TV network. I love that. We haven't played the full Back to the Good Times. I keep forgetting to do that. And it's such a good song. It's just a little that intro there. All those good movies and Ghost and My Girl. Oh, that was one of my all-time favorite. Labyrinth. Every time I see the little characters, and that's what Friday night here is about. But we're going to go into some other stuff. It's a good time. We're going to catch up what happened over the week, how everyone's week was, how I fill you in my week if anyone's interested. And as you can see, I have my shades on. I'm a little bit in this Love Zombies mode. If you haven't been around and listening, but you know what? It's an exciting time. I'm going to get into my publishing as a self-published author woos and struggles. But we are one step closer, guys, to it finally being available on Amazon. And today I dug in my garage for some special things that I've been on the lookout for. It's happy summer. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm excited to be here. It's good to be here. And I'm wearing this sweatshirt because in my apartment, it's cold and we had the air conditioning on, but apparently it's only 70 degrees. I don't know, but there you go. So I got my summer dress on. I fished this out of the garage today. I knew I had some more summer clothes and I saw my tote buried deep in the garage. It said, Hollis summer clothes, even though I have some already, but I'm like, I knew I had some more stuff. But when you move, it's still months later. You're like, where is that? I know it's somewhere. Try to be organized. But anyway, my name's Hollis Mahady. This is Hollis-tics. Hollis-tics here live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'm wondering if anyone saw my Wednesday night edition of Hollis-tics. It was a new episode, but I had to air it live. And I wasn't live because I was somewhere else this week. And I'll get into it. It was pretty cool. I'm glad I went to it. It was I was back on stage and I was playing the piano and I was singing and playing some oldie songs, and it was pretty nice. It was nice to be back on stage. And yeah, so today is June 19th. We are 2 days away from the official first day of summer, although it does feel like summer out there. I did go to the pool this week, and I actually went in the pool And I didn't go under. So does that count if you still go in the pool? I just didn't. You guys, you know about my hair things and struggles. And, when you got that little blonde in there and it's fresh out of the salon, the last thing you want to do is not like it was fresh out of the salon on Wednesday, but you want to go and dunk your head in chlorine. It could turn it blue. So I'm navigating that. And, you can go in with a swim cap, but, swim caps don't actually keep your hair dry. So I always thought they did. I don't see the point of them. I really wish that they did, but your hair's still wet when you have when you do a swim cap. And I remember looking it up, but I think it's just more for swimmers. If you're like, actual like athlete and you're swimming in a race or whatever, they say put a swim cap on so you go faster, so your hair's not weighing you down. So I don't really think a swim cap keeps your head dry. Now, another trick that they say that the salon told me, if you're going to go in the water, you should wet your hair before you go in the water and put a conditioner in it and then put a swim cap on and then go in the pool. So this is the start, the struggle is real. Got a couple of nice blonde pieces there. Got to preserve them as we get the rest of the head. Blonde, I did experiment a little more. I started bleaching my own hair a little bit, but little piece by piece, because I realized sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands. They just won't do what you want. And I am kind of an impatient person. If my dad, God bless him, was looking down, he'd be like, Hollis, you need to have patience. But I have had patience in some areas of my life, and some things I just know what I want. I don't want to know. Ooh, including my blonde hair. But sometimes the forces of nature just doesn't allow. And you have to be patient and enjoy the process, as I say. So if you are new to the show, if you're one of those a few eyeballs I see up there, and I see some comments in the chat room, so to get over to the comment section. And as I said, I had cut back. I was doing the show, as you guys know, if you've been here, every day. And then it got too much. I was behind and I kept having replays. And, so this is a better fit for me to do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So it's good. And I look forward to doing. But this Wednesday, like I said, I played the replay. And so I'm curious if anyone actually saw it because I shot the episode outside. That was the day I went to the pool and everything. And I decided to sit on the bench. I give you a little tour of my house here. It's not a house, it's an apartment in Strongsville. I almost said Frenchville. Oh, isn't it weird? Frenchville, Maine. That's where I used to live. And Frenchville turned into Strongsville. Well, it didn't really, but I went from Frenchville to Strongsville. I thought that was kind of a bit of a weird coincidence. A little bit of a better fit for me personally and for us in our situation. But good energy and blessings to those in Frenchville, because we have a couple people we know and love up there. So there you go. But yes, if you see things a little different from, I changed it up this week, and my background. Hold on, I'm off the ball here. I'm off the ball. Let me put my background down. My background. Let's see. I'm gonna do a little bit of my new background here. What are we feeling? How about that with some clouds? Hold on. Are we feeling the clouds? It matches my dress shirt thing here. Actually, that looks nice. We're feeling the clouds. Okay, when we get a little into TGI Fridays, I'll switch it over to my other background with the computer and all that stuff. So I'm not sure how long it's going to be tonight. Might be a little bit of cutting it short, a little bit of a shorter episode tonight. And the reason is why. There is a reason for it. I'm not trying to, cut my time short. But in Strongsville here, there's I don't know if you would call it a block party or like there's something up the street, but it has like barbecue food in it. We've been driving by it like for the last 2 weeks, and all the signs like June 17th, 18th, 19th. But it was weird. Today's Friday, but it started last night, and I don't think it goes Sunday. It's usually what these block parties and outdoor things are on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This makes most sense because those are the days people don't work. Well, some people, you know what I mean? That's more traditional. You know what I'm saying? It's usually Friday, Saturday, Sundays. So it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And tomorrow we can't go to it because there's other plans. I'm being taken somewhere as a surprise, which is very nice. And I'm told I'm going to like it. So I can't tell you what it is because I don't know. So tonight's the only night. And I love barbecue. Oh, barbecue is so good. Not just, I love barbecue because it's summer and it's like grill and the smell and pools and beaches and all that, but I just love barbecue food. It's one of my favorite foods. It probably is my top favorite food, like go to. My birthday, my mom would always make me something special, and she would say, well, whatever you want, I will make it for you. And I would be like, Mom, could you make barbecue chicken and potato salad? She would make. My mom had really good potato salad. Gosh, I haven't had it in so long. She made us, there's so many different kinds of, you never get the same potato salad. And there's so many different coleslaws too. That's one of my favorite. I love picnic food, corn on the cob. Oh, tell me, guys. What else is this? Skewers, shish kebabs, all that stuff. My favorite. So, moral of the story is, I'm not sure what time it goes to, but I want to go up and look around. I would love to get like a corn on the cob, maybe some barbecue, and just, get my footing for the area. I'm new in the area, and I have to venture out and maybe be popular, like social, and meet new people in the area since this is my new home. But yes, let's get into the chat room. So yeah, we'll switch over to TGI in a little bit, but a community for people navigating a changing world. That's what we are here on Hollis-tics. If this is your first time, one more time. I say, we just come here. Sometimes I talk about something specific, a specific topic. Usually Fridays are kind of like whatever comes up. We talk about old stuff. I'm going to be talking a lot about my book because it's almost on Amazon. It is, but it's not. I'll tell you what happened. It was very frustrating. But I'm going to be talking a lot about that because it's a big deal. And there's a lot of excitement surrounding it because I have so much. It kind of was unfinished business, and how it all came to be just recently is kind of amazing. So I will tell you, and it's really inspired me, and I'm so excited about it. Because there's just so much more to come with Lolly, the Love Zombie, and the Love Zombies. It's not just a kid's book. It's really tied into everything I do. I've talked about connection, everything, because it's a story for kids, but really I always say it's a reminder for grownups too. That's the tagline I've been using. A story for kids, a reminder for grownups, because it's not just for kids. There's definitely a deeper meaning behind it. And if anyone actually saw the episode on Wednesday, I talked all about Drago, our villain, and he represents the ego. So, in a kid's book, you're not going to be like the ego, but you look into these things, and I go pretty deep into the character about Drago, and like I talk and I put my 2 cents and my spin on things, and that's what Hollis-tics is. I'm Hollis, but it's not just about me. I love having connection. I love just being here and for other people to talk to, and because we're all navigating the same BS world. And I've always been a dreamer. That's where Love Zombies came from. It was so much more than music. It was just the idea of like, oh, I just want to love. And that sounds so simple, doesn't it? Can we just love each other? Do we have to put labels on it? Left, right, black, white. Blah, blah. It sounds so racist. This. It sounds so simple. Can we rise above it? And I try to do that here with the podcast. I don't get into politics because, everyone has their opinions in it. But that's Earth stuff. And yes, I know we're on Earth, but I've always felt more connected to like looking at the bigger picture. So that's everything I do on Hollis-tics is about that. And the Love Zombies is my telling that through Lolly's eyes. And because Lolly's not from Earth. I mean, we were born on Earth, I guess, or wherever we came from, we ended up here on Earth. So, but Lolly's in a completely different world on Love Zombies land, and is super exciting because the whole book goes into the backstory of what Love Zombies land is, but what happened, they get here. But that's book 2. This is going to introduce you to everything, and it's very exciting because I'm going to play it tonight too. All yesterday, I worked on. Listen, I love doing it. It just itchy nose. I love doing it. It's just so time consuming. But I made a new video, like my video I've been playing. Everything is me with Lolly. We have a new video and a new character I'm going to be introducing on the show. That's why you got to tune in. But there you go. There's the community. This is Hollis-tics. I'm Hollis Mahady. You can join the community for exclusive content and perks, including the Love Zombies book. It's up there as a PDF. So if you're a member, it's $10 a month, and it supports me personally, but it supports, just independent creators doing stuff like this, and also just a community to meet other people. And, there's not that many people on it yet, but, it's there for the taking. And if you do join, instead of going and buying the book on my website's $10 for the digital. And then when it comes out on Amazon, it's only $15. So it's not, I don't do this for money or anything, but, it costs money to do all this, as I always say. So it helps. But my point is, if you do sign up to join that community for just $10 a month, you automatically will get this copy. It's all right there. So you just have to sign up, and then you could see all the posts you get. I actually put Sweet Poison Love up there. It's a song that's not out anywhere. It's on my Buy Me a Coffee. You could download it today if you want. You sign up. Amnesia's up there. Covers is up there. These are songs from my album Comedy of Errors, which is my independent music that I completely wrote the whole freaking album, recorded it, played the piano, paid for it independently, all that stuff. It's all there. It's all on my on my website, and those 3 songs that only 2 songs has actually came out yet so far. But the 3rd song, Sweet Poison, is a freebie up there for everyone. It's a great song. And well, I think, I mean, maybe you don't, a little darker song. Sweet Poison Love. But yes, so with all that said, QR code, you know where it is. If you want to go to the website, hollis-tics.com, you could see all about the Love Zombies land that is out. And you could visit the landing page and meet Lolly and see the video and learn about the Love Zombies army and all the stuff we're going to get into. It's all there for the taking at hollis-tics.com. All right, got into the housekeeping all in 15 minutes with 15 minutes to spare. That doesn't make sense. But let me go into the comments and say hi. I love it when people are in here. Hello. Hello, everyone. Aw, Chris, Muskill Chris says, Muskill Chris. Hey, happy Friday, Chris. Aw, well, it's actually Saturday now for you in the UK. Chris is joining us all the way from the UK. Muskill Chris, if you're not following him, go and follow him. How's your follower count doing? Hey, Chris, you're going to be impressed. I'm at 508. And it hasn't changed because for the longest time, was it 499, 500, 501, and then the people unfollow and follow and follow. So, move big things. I don't really even look at it that much anymore. Like I haven't been posting on Instagram that much. Like now that the book is coming out, I'm going to be using it, whatever, but it feels good to I don't care, and you kind of have to use it, but I'm going back the old school way. Like even just last night, I ordered little postcards for this and Vista print, and I'm going to go and talk to people and tell them about Lolly Love Zombie, something I'm very passionate about, and just do those connections and meet people, and I have so many big plans. But hello, Chris, and I hope you are doing well. Thank you. Cool Shades. Chris knows what this is all about. You got to get the book to read it. By these glasses for Lolly anyway. When I put them on, rosy colored glasses, I see more red, but she can see the fumes. She could see the amnesia fumes, and she could see the dark entities and the attachments on people when she puts the sunglasses on. When she takes them off, no, you can't see them. But when she puts them on, there's a movie. Did anyone ever see that movie called They Live? When he puts on his shades and all of a sudden he can see all this stuff. So I kind of saw that movie and was like, yeah. So I guess that totally original idea, but that's kind of where I got it from. I remember thinking, oh yeah, well, yeah, you could see certain things when you put on your special sunglasses, so she could see the dark energies. But yeah. Aw, Maga Dart Bikers in the house. Maga says, good evening, Hollis. The 6th day in a long 6-day run of goofy turnaround work shifts, and then I'm off for the weekend. Oh, good, Joe. 6th day in a long 6-day run. Oh, yeah, because that was Monday. I was here Monday. And yeah, so you were working late, I remember thinking. Yeah. Well, good for you. You're very close, Joe. We're here for you. We're rooting you on. Hopefully you're going to have a good, not hopefully, you are going to have a good weekend. He's going to be kicking back in his house full of nostalgia stuff. You told me you had a lot of stuff from like the 1950s, I think you said. Did you say you had a chair from like 1910 or something? But yes, there you go. Good. Well, I'm so happy to have you here. It wouldn't be the same without you. And he's listening. I think he's listening and not watching yet because he listens on the radio and you don't want to drive and be watching a video. Aaron! Aw, Aaron's in the house. I love Friday on Hollis-tics. Well, it would, again, I always say it was not the same without you guys here. So I love it because you guys are here. So welcome. Thank you for being here and tuning in. Please send my love to Amy and Aspen. I miss you guys. And remind me, I have to send you the video. I forgot to do it. But you're gonna like it. I'm gonna remind myself to send it. Yes, but still at work. He only has an hour to go, and he's ready for some reminiscing. And Maga says hello to Aaron, and oh my gosh, Chris! So you got the book? You did? Because the thing is, like, it's actually up there. Okay. Oh, this brings me to my point. This is what happened. So, Chris, there's a reason that I'm hoping. Wow, and thank you for ordering it. Oh my God. Listen, this is what happened. So there's a reason why I haven't said it's on Amazon yet or shared it. Because, so as I've been like, oh, my proof is here, blah, blah. So the proof is here. I got the second proof. And to me, I'm like, oh my God, it looks perfect. The Love Zombies is on the spine. The book looks great. Yeah. I love it. So I go on to Amazon to push publish. And I go to publish and it's like, okay, we have to re-review it, the final review in 72 hours, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but at least it didn't take 72 hours. But the next day they wrote back. Now, mind you, after I've got the book, the proof that I paid for looks good to me the second time, because the first one, the spine was off. Then the second one, the spine is good. And then I get an email after I publish it. So I'm like, oh, God, like all I have to do is publish it. And once it's up there, I'll tell everybody that if they want to order a copy, they can actually get a physical copy. And then when I put it to publish, I got an email the next day and it was like, oh, we found these problems with your book. Books with only 77 pages can't have a spine on it. Now, this whole, like, I was so annoyed because that's the reason I did the second proof for the spine and all that. So they're like, please remove the writing on the spine. So I had to take it off. And then I had to re-upload it again. And then when I re-uploaded it, they said, oh, the first page is the bleed and this and that. And I'm like, it's just the first page of the book here. I don't know if you guys could see it. I don't know if you could see this, but this is the full page. Now in the rest of the picture is like a bigger picture. This is all a learning process here. It's been quite an interesting journey. I don't know if you can see that, but the point is, wait, it's this green screen thing. Well, there's a border around it. So on the first one, there wasn't a border, and this like flagged it. It was like the bleed. And, I'm not a graphic designer. And Chris, you could appreciate this. You would probably know more about me, the bleed and this. And, I was learning as I went. I mean, I've done this all myself. I didn't know, but apparently then I had to put the bleed off and re-upload it. So there's not much change. But of course, I was like, oh no, like this I felt confident about. Like this is one's going out. So that's the reason why I didn't share it, because now I ordered another one, because now I made these changes and I'm supposed to get it on Monday. So because it's different, I mean, it shouldn't really look any different, but just for your own peace of mind, before I tell everyone, oh, go order it. You want to make sure it's the right, like nothing really drastically changed, because again, I didn't change too much. I had to delete the spine and I had to fix the picture in the front. Other than that, it should all be the same. But for my own peace of mind, it's come this far. I just want to make sure Mondays as long as that's all good and I get it and it looks just like this, and it won't have that on it, which is good. And then once that's as good, then I will put it out there. But yeah, you're right though. It is up. So I did get it. So I put those changes and then it said, yes, your book is published. So it technically is up there, but I haven't really told anyone to get it yet until I get my final copy, because I want to make sure it's right, because you never know. It's like the one you didn't get. What if something shifted or changed? So just to play it safe. But Chris, if you get it before me, let me know. Let me know if anything. Hopefully you'll get the right one. And that's cool. So you're going to get it before me. So let me know. Hopefully it looks just like this. It won't have this. And hopefully nothing's off or anything. I mean, it's a bummer that I got a little bit attached to the spine. It says Love Zombies Land. And the second order I got was perfect on there. And then they wrote me and said, oh no, you can't have a spine. You can't have the words on there. In order for you to publish it, you need to delete it. So there's the story. So it never ends, but I was very annoyed about that because I want to get it out to the world. I did put a post about it. I got some very nice supportive comments. People are excited. Some people are excited to see the book. And I heard a couple people said, I'm going to order a copy. So that's so nice. So thank you. I'm very excited. And today, so I just threw it on the ground there. But yes, Chris, let me know. Because you're going to get it before me. So, and thank you for ordering it. Really, thank you for supporting. Jim Sims in the house. You have to use double cap, watercolor caps. Your hair won't get wet. Oh, double cap for you mean for the, yeah, well, we're talking about the swimming caps. Yes. Well, I have two of them. I do have two swim caps because I go swimming. I haven't gone in a while, but during the winter, I was going swimming at the gym a lot not a lot, but I would go. And when my hair is just like, it looks like crap anyway. I'm just like, oh, whatever. I don't care if I get chlorine in it. But now I'm trying to get it back nicer again. And I spent all this money at the salons. I'm like, oh, I don't want to get chlorine in it. But, so Mug Dirt Biker. I think the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday schedule is great. Yeah, because it gives you time to do other things you need to do. And me, of course, I'm all over the place. No, exactly. That's what happened, And if I'm going somewhere or something, I might try to do a pre-recorded one on Wednesday because then I could do it outside. The problem, it's not a problem, but the thing with the pre-recorded, it was a little shorter. It was only an hour. I usually, you know me, I go on and talk forever. Pre-recorded's a little different because I have to edit it. So I go in and like after I record it outside, I have to upload it and then I have to add my own commercials because it's not like live. So I can't just throw them in. So it's a little more work, but you know, it's nice because then it's a scene that's not just me in front of the computer, which I mean, I love the studio. It's all great, but it changes it up a bit. So I might do the same thing for Wednesday. It depends because I might go back to the open mic, or I might be going out of town because I might have to go out of town with Dan because he's working and Dan works and he gets to stay at nice hotels when he's out of town. And I said, I love hotels, especially nice ones because they usually have a pool and then, just get out of the house a little bit. So I don't know. So if that's the case, then I will probably do a pre-recorded one. But Monday and Wednesday is always going to be live for the most, unless like something crazy happens with the schedule. It's like something you have to do. If like a bookstore calls and said, Hollis, I heard you're a published author. Would you like to do a book signing Monday at 7? I'll say, guys, I'm going to put a rerun on. Not a rerun, a pre-recorded episode. So it comes off as live. But that's the thing. Like I feel bad because it's like, if pre-recorded, when you play it, and I'm not going to see your chats or anything because I'm not there. But so I don't know. Did anyone see Wednesday's episode? It was pretty interesting. It was all about Drago, and I was good. That was going to be the next video I was going to do. Like I did. I am Everything Is Me for Lolly, and the video, and it's so cute. Drago was my next, but then I don't know what happened. I started playing the Roy G. Biv song. I'm like, this is so good. And then I started generating clips for Roy, and it's so freaking cute. I'm going to play it this episode. So wait till the end, guys. Wait till the end to make sure you stick around to see that. They say that in don't leave like YouTube. I'm going to tell you the best thing at the end of the video. So you have to watch the whole video. You got to watch the whole show to see Roy G. Biv's debut. He's so freaking cute too. I love him. Oh, water polo. I don't know I've never played that. I never played regular polo. The people in this community are excellent. Yes, I love that, Aaron. It's true. It is so cool because I know you guys. Yeah, it's always like, and that's the cool thing. What I really feel excited about, not living in the past or anything, what we talk about, not with the reconnection movement, but with the love zombies and stuff, like that was the time during what, like some of those people in the UK, like must kill Chris. That's how I know Chris. Like there were so many good people there, and it was like it was a community. It was a movement, not a movement. Maybe that's the wrong word, but it was a community. And like, there's so many people. So, even with the Love Zombies book, it's Lolly again. She's like her whole universe. And it does have music. I mean, it's a different soundtrack. And I think the songs are so good. So it's geared towards kids, but, it is what it is. So it's different. It's not like I'm trying to live in the past or relive the band. It's not like that at all. But it was just during that time, the Love Zombies brought people together. We did, Chris. That's how I met you. And you did the art. And then there would be some same people would come to the shows and they would like similar bands. And, and the people became friends because of it. And when I put my post up about the book coming out, a few people, they're from the UK and they were just like really good, nice people, like community and all that. So it means a lot when you say that. I like that. That's what the point is. I've always been saying, quality over quantity, guys. We're not here for all the big views and the clicks. I mean, it's just so stupid. Yeah, of course. You want people. I would love to have even more because the more people you meet, then there's, more people are meeting. So, of course, you want new people to come in. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to spend all my time and money like being like all the time on social media, like, because it makes me feel bad because I think it's just it makes me feel bad because I have no idea how to like break that code and try to get people to care. It's just all I could do is post, and if people find it and say, you know what, I like the Love Zombies, or I like what Hollis is doing, or I like what she's talking about. I think the recreation's a good idea. I like some of those people. That's all I can do is just put it out there. I'm not going to like hound people and spend all this money trying to get the right A/B split tag hook. So hook people in. Yeah, sure. I mean, maybe a little bit. You have to play the game a little bit. I want people to know about Love Zombies. And I think it's more about like you're just buried by the algorithm and all that stuff. That's the stuff. I think if it was in front of the right people and they saw it, the right people find it. So there you go. Got off on a bit of a tangent there. Chris says, still waiting to hit triple digits here. It goes up, it goes down again. Triple digits, like over 100 degrees. Now, you guys, I remember in the UK and I never really understood it because I'm a little slow at, I'm not that good at like conversions and freaking measurements, but you have a Celsius there. I know we do Fahrenheit here. So maybe that's what you mean. Because when you say triple digits to me, I'm like, oh my God, that would be 101, or that'd be like 100 degrees here, Fahrenheit. Now that's very, very hot. So what's Celsius? I don't know. That was one thing are we the only ones that have Fahrenheit? I think it's not that many places. I think is it Canada too? But I know it's Celsius in the UK. So that makes sense then. And you guys also use stones, right? Because here we say pounds. And it'd be like, oh, I lost a stone, which means like 10 pounds or something. So there was those kind of differences. Little things. Joe said he's going to be home with his antiques and nostalgia. And I'll be giving the Harley a ride and give me some dirt bikes a ride. And I got grass to cut. Oh, and edges to trim and the new gutters and what else? The new porch. Oh, he's doing lots of home improvements. So that's the thing. Like I having a house. Ugh, I don't know. Like when I moved back to my like dad's house, I had spent literally probably 2 summers, at least one, redoing the whole house, painting and then doing things. And at first it's like, oh, it's exciting. And then for me, it wore off. I don't want to go to Home Depot like ever again. I mean, I know that's kind of like maybe unrealistic. And then when we lived in Frenchville, we had the lawn to cut, and like then we didn't have the money to get a lawnmower. And then with the lawnmower, Aaron was there. Aaron's the best friend ever you could ask for. He was always trying to help. He's bringing the lawnmower over, and I think that's the thing. You go through life and you learn who you are, what's important, what you like, what you want. To me, that does not sound fun anymore. No offense, Joe. I think it's great that you do it. To me, oh no, paint, trim. I spent literally 3-4 freaking years painting. To save money, I painted everything in my dad's house, and I painted everything in freaking Frenchville, and then I don't live in either of them. And I'm just like, screw it. Like I'm in an apartment, something breaks, I'm paying a good amount of rent. At least they come and fix it. And I don't want to paint. I don't want to mow a lawn. Like, but you live and learn, right? I mean, that might change. One day I might be like, okay, I'm sick of apartments. I'm ready. But I think I know now I know myself better. The grass is always greener. I rented apartments my whole life. I'm like, oh, you never really own it. But then I owned a house at this point, and I spent, again, we got probably a bad deal in finances and learned a lot. But you think, oh well, yeah, you're going to own it at the end, not realizing the interest is like $1 zillion, and we paid nothing off on the principal, and then you have to pay taxes every year, and then if God forbid the roof, you need a new roof, there's 20 grand, or you need a new furnace, God forbid, that's another 5-7 grand, or you need and it's just like, okay, rent so it's like, I don't know. And again, for someone who moves a lot and you're not, I love Ohio. Will I be here I don't know. That's the thing with me. I don't know. I think it's different. I don't have kids. So like if you have a family, you're not going to be picking up and moving every year. Unless you're in the army or something. Most likely you're planting your roots, and then you want a house and you want to do these projects. For me, I'm just like, oh, forget it. Not right now. Maybe someday again, but for now I'm good. But good for you, Joe. Good for you. Chris says, I kept looking for it. As soon as it appeared, I ordered it. Okay, I'll let you know how it looks when it arrives. Yes, let me know. I will feel better if I hope it's okay. Because like I said, the main thing I changed, and then you're in Canva. That's where I create all my stuff. I know, Chris, did you check out Canva yet? Well, you're doing it. And then I'm like, did I put up the right PDF? And then like you do it once and you're like, I really thought after this last one that I got I'm like, oh, it's ready. So you kind of forget where you put stuff. So I had to dig back, make sure it was the right one I put up. And then I second guessing myself. I'm like, oh, I hope it's right. I mean, I looked through it all. So I think it is, but until I get it in my hand. But I trust Chris. And Chris, you let me know. It's never easy. I know. Hey, but if it was easy, I guess everyone would do it. I mean, more people could do that. More people can be a self-published author today than ever. Like I said, there's pros and cons to all of it. It's pretty cool they said all these tools. I never would have been able to do this like years ago. People give up because it's like, oh, you would have to find a publisher, you would have to do this, and you would just to get these books printed. They didn't have stuff like print on demand on Amazon. It was like you needed help from other people. You needed to rely on other people. You needed a publisher. You needed even, sizing it, all that stuff. I mean, I had some problems, but it's also the learning curve. Next time for book 2, and I also have another idea for something even before book 2, some kind of like a workbook, coloring book kind of thing. I'm thinking my mind's going, but the first time's the hardest because you're literally just learning it. Like, oh, I have to do this. It's not. It was kind of hard. I wouldn't say it was hard, but it was just more like sizing and the border and the graphic and the cover. And I did it probably freaking 15 times. And every time it was an error. And I'm good at creating things. I mean, I think not good. I mean, I think I'm good at it. Like I like creating the stuff when it comes to sizing or what is it, DPI or the ink or dimensions. That's the stuff I'm like, oh, I don't know. Even when it comes to Vista print and printing things with, I remember once that Tim's not in here, but he called me once. He's like, can you do this? Would you, he wanted to hire me to do something. It was something where it wasn't creating the flyer. It wasn't making the promo. He's like, can you resize this in Word and do this? And I'm just like, honestly, no, I'm not really that good at that. I'll probably look bad. So you should probably go to Staples and have them help you or something, because that's just something I'm not good. That is so cool. So you saw it though, but you saw everything else looks good on there. Hey, and Chris, if you can, after you read it, of course. I don't know if you read the other one because I sent it to you a while ago. I mean, no worries. It's going to be better now if you read it. But please, if you like it, consider leaving me a 5-star review. Please. No 1 stars. Of course, if you like it. Because that's the thing. I want people to leave a review on Amazon. Because if you leave reviews, then more people will discover it. Aaron says, Dr. Ego, Drago. Yes. Did you see Wednesday's episode? That was all about Drago. Maybe I'll re-air it as a replay. Yes, it was such a good time. All the Love Zombies memories. Yeah. And Chris, when you get it, scan the QR code because it takes you to the Love Zombies bonus page. In case no one knows what I'm talking about, I'll show it again. Hold on. Here it is. Now, when you get the book, and there's going to even be more by the time you get it, because I just added the Roy G. Biv video up there as well. But, thank you. Chris says I'll 5-star you. Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you. But there it is. When you scan that, Chris, with your phone, and everyone, not just Chris, but he's going to have the copy soon. There. That will take you to Love Zombies bonus page. And up there's the 6 songs from the soundtrack. There's 2 videos now. I uploaded Roy G. Biv last night. And there's the history of the band. Not really the history of the band, but there's, some collages of the band, some of the early, like I said, I talked about it the other night if anyone was saw it or missed it, but it was just, the evolution. Actually here, Chris, there we go. And I keep saying Chris, not to leave anyone out of it, but Chris was actually there. He was in the Love Zombie era. That's how we met. Let me show you. Look at this. My thing is all messed up. Oh, there it is. There's the evolution of Love Zombies. There's where it started, Lolly, and all the way up to the end, just little versions of her. And then I don't know. It's not saying what it is. What is that? Oh, there it is, Chris. The band that inspired Hollis made Detroit Love Zombies Land. There we are. And I know Passion Fruit's up there. There it is. Wait, hold on. I have to close this comment. Sorry. There. Oh, reminds me. Okay, hold on. So I dug into the garage. Chris, I see you. You're up here. I don't think you guys can see my mouse, so I'm pointing to him with my arrow. I know exactly who is in the Abbey Road picture, but you can't see him. But there you go. There's all the stuff. And I like to show it as that, this has been a long time in the works. Not just I just create a kid's book to make money. It was just, or what's going to sell. There's a lot of meaning behind it. There it is. I I can't see what these, I'm just showing everything because I can't see. Oh, and Chris, by the way, remember I couldn't find your picture? I did keep you in here. There he is, guys. Go and support Weird Pastry out now. Must Kill Chris. And no, I didn't get a chance to listen to it, but that's because, like I said, I want to listen to it. Actually, like I want to listen to it on the couch because we have a new couch and put it in my speaker on Alexa and not like rush it and just do it in the background. Because rarely do we have time these days for ourselves. Busy on the computer all day and night. So, with that said, I'm going to go back to my comments here. Sorry, guys, that's me. White noise. Shannon's in the house. Hey, Shannon. Oh, white noise. I don't know how long you've been here, but I have a new video I'm going to be playing short in a little bit here about Roy G. Biv. He's our next character we're going to introduce. I was going to do Drago next, the video for him, but like I said, these videos take a while and it just, you go with the flow. It popped in and I started doing it and there you go. But I will say on the subject, because we will be talking about it quite a bit, guys, is the love zombies. So I thought, well, when I moved, as we move, and if anyone's moved, they know it sucks. And even a year later, it's almost a year now, like everything's in totes and this. And, you know, we have an apartment, so it's a lot smaller than a house. We had a whole house and a lot of stuff, and we got to sell a lot of it, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, in our garage, we have loads of totes. And I was looking for something. And I was upset because I was like, oh my gosh, where is it? Where's my thing? I couldn't find it. I was like, I know I didn't get rid of it. It has to be in a tote somewhere. So today I finally went into the garage. I'm like, it has to be here somewhere. I hope I could find it. And don't worry, guys. I found it. There she is. That's Lolly the Love Zombie. She's the original character. Isn't she so cute? This is literally the first, like, I got this at a place called Budsy's. And I sent them a picture of it and everything. And they designed this. So she's the original prototype, the doll, Love Zombie. I only have one of them. I mean, it was expensive. It's not like I would love to get more and be like, sell a Love Zombie. Who wants a Love Zombie doll? Who wants a Lolly Love Zombie? So I only have one. Some people are like, oh, could I get one? I only have one, but maybe we could get that. It'd be so cute. I just love her. And I was like, oh no, I knew I brought it, but still, like when she's missing and her whereabouts are in question, especially since I started doing it again. I'm like, where's Lolly? Because, you know, it shows the evolution and that, you know, she's been waiting. And also she's been waiting to come out. And also with me, it's not like, you know, a lot of stuff went down with the band and you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Lolly the Love Zombie, she wasn't actually Lolly back then, or was she? Did I call her Lolly? Yeah, I did. Like, she's like my character. I'm like, oh, you know, I don't, that's weird. Like, I don't have kids or anything. I'm like, but I have a character. She's my imaginary kid. No, not like that. But you know what I mean? It's like some people create, you know, lots of kids and on families and stuff. I mean, you know, but I didn't have any kids. I mean, you know, so I have a doll. That's supposed to be a laughter thing. Yes, I have a doll. And a book. So, yes. So that, and then also I dug out, and this was another thing in question, but again, I knew I never would have thrown this out. Because I was thinking of actually putting it on and doing a picture with the book. Here it is. There's the apron. This is literally, I wore this on stage. So many shows all around the world, everywhere with Love Zombies. And I got this, like, I don't know. I think I got it like Ross Dress for Less in California for like $10. And I always, you know, this was before, I don't know if it was before Amazon. I mean, I sound like I'm like so old, like before there was online shopping. No, but it was like now you could, I wanted an apron. I wanted like, I didn't know what it was called, like a pinafore or pin, what is it called? Like a pin thing, stripe or whatever. You know what I mean? And I didn't know what it was called. Like, it wasn't like you could just go on Amazon or one of these really cool stores. They're all now like Etsy, like, I don't know, all these places where you put in whatever you want. It's like, boom, they have it. It wasn't really like that. So it was like, this was the best I could do at the time. This is so that was war, but I wanted like aprons, and there's some symbolism there too. You know, aprons, you're always being a servant and that kind of stuff. But anyway, there you go. I have that. That's the original, and I'm glad I found it. I'm thinking about doing an expert excerpt. I did for Drago. I don't know if you guys listened to it on Wednesday, but I read the first chapter. And yeah. So with that said, I'm going to take a quick break because I have to tinkle, and then we'll get into it when I get back here. So let me play some of these new things I made, and I will be back in like 2 minutes. Let's see, which one should I play? Okay, I'll be back in a minute and 52 seconds, and then we will talk some more.
Hey guys, have you noticed it too? The world is changing fast. Technology, AI, social media, endless scrolling. Sometimes it feels like we're all trying to keep up while wondering what we've lost along the way. The world is changing. This isn't about resisting the change, and it's not about living in the past. It's about bringing the best of what makes us human with us into the future. Authentic human connection, meaningful conversations, creativity, community, kindness, being human. I'm Hollis, and I don't claim to have all the answers, but like you, I'm simply navigating this changing world one day at a time. And that's why I created this community. It's a place for real conversations, shared experiences, curiosity, creativity, and connection. It's a place where like-minded people can come together and remember what matters most. In a world filled with self-promotion, this community isn't just about me. It's about us. So as my contribution, I'll share things that I do create. Music, podcasts, stories, creative projects, special events I'm thinking about having, and a complimentary digital copy of Love Zombies Land, a story for kids, but a reminder for adults too. But the real value here isn't just the content. It's the community we're building together. And if that sounds like something you've been looking for, I'd love to have you join us. The world is changing, guys, but let's bring the best of what makes us human with us. If you're interested or thinking about joining, head over to buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady and check it out.
The world has forgotten something important, and it's up to Lolly and the Love Zombies army to help us remember. When the evil Drago unleashes dark energies and dangerous amnesia fumes across Earth, a colorful band of heroes embark on a cosmic adventure filled with friendship, imagination, and heart. Love Zombies Land, a story for kids, but a reminder for adults too. Available now as a digital download exclusively at hollismahady.com. Each copy includes access to bonus content and a special soundtrack through an exclusive QR code inside the book. Join the community at buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady and receive a free digital copy as a thank you. And coming soon, the paperback edition, which will be available on Amazon. Join Lolly and the Love Zombies army on their mission to help the world remember what matters most: love.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hollis Mahady, your host, and you're watching Hollis-tics here live on this beautiful summer night. And yeah, me trying to cut an episode short doesn't really work because we're just skimming the, what is it when you're almost, what is it called? What is that like analogy? You're just skimming the surface or whatever. So anyway, yes, but there you go. I made it back, and last week we have Lolly here, the Love Zombie, and I actually was in the studio Wednesday night, and the song Everything Is Me, the one that I know Shannon really likes and I love it, and you guys probably, maybe you like it, but I was singing it. I got the instrumental and I was singing it in the studio, and I'm like, oh, and I was dancing around to Love Zombies, the new soundtrack, the Love Zombies Land soundtrack, and it is totally different than the band. It's not the old band, but the old band music is up there as well. But it's their new songs, and I said it's a controversial topic. Ooh, AI. Yes, I used AI for them, and it's not a secret. I don't care. But I was thinking about actually recording my voice singing them. Why not? At least, well, two of them, Roy G. Biv is sung by a man, and he does a good job. And Drago is a guy's voice too. But the Everything Is Me is so good, and I was playing it on the piano. I know the song, and I'm learning it. So I was singing it to the track and everything, and it was just, I just love that song so much. And I was playing it on the piano, and I did acoustic version. So I'm trying to remember all the words. It's easy when you sing along with it. I know all the words, and then when you're not listening to the backing track, you're like, what is that verse? Wait, so I'm not that great at memorizing lyrics, believe it or not. Even though I was in a cover band for so many years, I knew a lot of songs. I wouldn't say hundreds of songs, but maybe I probably did know 100 songs at one point, all the words. And I don't know, my memory just got or whatever, but I listened to it enough. So, but then you're trying to play the piano and sing it at the same time, and you don't have the background. So, yeah. So I am thinking about going to a studio and recording my version of that song. So it would be me singing it, and I would sing along to the instrumental, maybe do a piano version. I don't know. So there's so many things you could do. And I made a bunch of commercials yesterday. That was the thing too. I did Roy G. Biv, and I made a bunch of commercials like now out on Amazon, but I didn't play them yet because it is out, but we know the story. I got to make sure, and Chris is going to let me know because he's going to get it before me and let me know if it's okay, and hopefully it is. But then so I did some commercials with like now out on Amazon, and I was playing part of it, and then it went into the song. It's cool. So they're all coming, but it just takes forever to do all this stuff, and you're promoting it yourself and all that. But at the same time, it's so much fun, and it just every time I hear the songs, I just get so happy, and I don't know. I love it. I love it. It's exciting to think about it again, all the merchandising, because I looked at my Instagram, and I had after the Love Zombie split up and everything, and I moved to Las Vegas, I was on my own. I was like, oh, I still love Lolly the Love Zombie. And I was like, well, I want to do like kids parties, and I could dress up as Lolly the Love Zombie. I have a picture somewhere of me. I did it twice. Once I dressed up as Lolly the Love Zombie in Hollywood, and I was like a background actor. They needed something where it was like a game show, and they wanted people in costumes. They're like, come with your own costume and you could be in the background. So I did it, and I dressed up as Lolly the Love Zombie. And when I went to Las Vegas, I was like, okay, well, the band split up and all that, but I still love this idea of love zombies and them coming here and being a zombie of love and all that. So I'm going to bring Lolly the Love Zombie as a character, and I'm going to do kids parties as Lolly the Love Zombie. And I started making packages, and I would get candy and put the Love Zombie sticker on it and all these surprise things. And then COVID hit. That was the end of it. I was like, oh man. And I had set up like a Love Zombies entertainment profile on Instagram. It's still there. And so it's just been a long time. But, even with the merchandising, I'm thinking like all of these such cute things you could do, like the sunglasses and the lollipop, and just Lolly is a universal character. And there's so many fun things you can do. And I thought about like a coloring book and one of those journals like how to become a love zombie. And that's on the bonus page too. Like, what is a love zombie? You can be a love zombie on Earth. You don't have to be a little green zombie from Love Zombies Land. You could practice it here on Earth. That's what we talk about here, right? Like, be the change you want to see. Whatever. Random acts of kindness, a simple act a day, or whatever. But those things like, gratitude journal. What are you grateful for? And how can you be a love zombie? Well, what's one thing you did today that was brighten up someone's day? Like all those kind of positive things, but like a different twist on it. A love zombies twist. Yes. So let me go over to the chat room here. But oh, look at Stormblade. Stormblade says self-promoter. I did all of our stuff. Sorry. Oh, you're a musician too. Yes. Well, then you would know all about it. You have to promote yourself. That's the part it's like you have to do it, or otherwise no one's going to ever hear your music. But there's always that thing now these days is because everything has shifted so much online. It's like you spend less time making music and more time making content and posts and self-promoting yourself. And, unless you are lucky enough, I don't know if lucky is the right word. If you have a record label, if you have a team, if, most people these days, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like there's a majority have to do a lot themselves. That's the independent musician. But that's the part. It's hard. It's because you're constantly, look at my music. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. So you get into that like, oh, I just want to play and show and, play music and write music and sing and do this. But is anyone ever going to hear it if I don't self-promote, if I don't go make content, if I don't post 100 things? And it's harder now because it's harder to break through because everyone can self-promote. So everybody is online doing the same thing. It's just, I don't know. Stormblade, if you're new here, I've never seen your name in there, but if you're new, do you know me? Are you someone I don't recognize? Are you just someone who stumbled upon it? Let us know. Let us know a little bit more about you. And did you do all of your stuff for the band? Because I did. Oh my gosh, I've done everything for so long. It was during the Love Zombies, even though I had a manager and we had an agent and I did have help. We had a publicist, we had a lot of like stuff that everyone probably dreams of, but I still did so much, so it never really ends. But oh yeah, I did a return in 2014. Oh, cool. What do you do? Do you play, sing? Do you have a band? Is it called Stormblade? And well, I'm glad you're in here. I'm glad you found me. We talk about lots of different things here. I talk about music. I talk about music a lot, obviously. I'm talking about Love Zombies was my old band I was in. And, that didn't, times go on. The band broke up, but, still lots of good music out there from the time. The music's timeless. It still lives on. That's the great thing about music. Once it's out there, it's there forever. And now I turned my idea into a book about the Love Zombies and all that. So that's what I'm talking about right now. But yes, so that's the story with that, guys. And let's see what else we got up here. So yeah, speaking of music, here I'll play. This was my talk about self-promotion and all that. I released my song Amnesia from my new album, self-written and self-produced and self-funded. No AI used at all. So I never used AI in my own music. I never had a need to. I didn't say like, oh, make me songs. I mean, I have a voice. I know how to write music. I know how to write songs at this point because I was trying to learn how to do it for freaking 20 years and I finally got there. And now, like I said, I joke, nobody buys albums anymore. You don't even need to know how to sing. So we get into AI quite a bit because it's a big debate. It's a big topic. It's a controversial topic. And, I don't think there's an answer. There's, like I said, even with Love Zombies, it's a completely different project. And I'm open about it. I used AI for the soundtrack. And honestly, it was like, wow, oh my God. I can't believe like what it popped out. Good, bad. I mean, people can hate you for it. People might say, oh, that's cool. People might not notice. People don't care. Musicians understand more than anyone. Trust me, if you go back to my episode 1, I was like, I wrote the reconnection movement a long time ago. I warned about this stuff. I was not even like, I was here like, warning everyone, but I was like observing this. And this was what, like 12, 13 years ago. And now here we are. So now there's the recreation movement and just, bringing the best of the past into the future, what we're dealing with. Because at the same time, nobody asked for AI. Nobody asked for this stuff. I mean, what are you going to do? It's just been plopped into our lives. And, you could look at it and resist it and be against it. And I get it. I do. Because I have totally mixed feelings about it. I think there's some good, like I said, with this book. I never would have gotten this out. If you just don't have the budget to do that. Like, and if it was like, okay, Hollis, go write a whole Love Zombies soundtrack right now and go spend your own money and get bandmates together, I wouldn't want to do it. Honestly, like been there, done that. I lived it. It was cool. It was great. I have great stories, experience, all that. I did it, but it was kind of an afterthought. This is really more about the book, the story, but music, they're musical little beings and they have a little soundtrack that adds to it. But at the end of the day, it's really just about the story. But because I love music and, and I threw some ideas about Lolly Love Zombie and Roy G. Biv into this thing and it just popped it out and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, well, you know what? Because I am a musician, maybe I'll record them, myself with my own vocals and that. But again, it's like, I'm not going to do that myself here because I'm not that great at my producing as far as like engineer. So I'm probably going to have to go spend money to do that to get it to sound good because I want to have like someone help me mix the vocals and all that stuff. Like I could do a little bit, but it probably won't sound as good. So there you go. That's spending your own money. Like this, I didn't have to. So I just, it is what it is. And I'm happy about it. So let me go back into the chat room here. Okay. Aaron says, oh, here we go. Page. Okay, guys. Storm Metal Rock. Oh, awesome. Oh yeah, I did follow. I got back to 87. I met all my idols too. Oh, nice. So Metal Rock. Cool. Very good. Stormblade. Okay, so Paige Stormblade is me. I collaborate more nowadays. Yeah. It's hard to find ones to stick to doing live. AI is okay for music. I use my own voice. I write in how I want the song in, or I use Compose site. I don't know that one. Is that's an AI one? Compose? Like the ones I've heard of obviously are Suno, and I mean that's the big one that you hear of. What I'm just Storm, and Aaron asked, Stormblade, are you on Bandcamp? I was left last night. I used to use ages ago. Yeah. You know, it's weird because I saw something today on Instagram. No, yeah, go ahead. Post your link in. Yes, I don't mind at all. Please post it in the chat room, guys. Go in and check them out. I'll post it up here too. No, that's why I'm here. Like I said, I'm happy to help. We're all in the same boat. We want, like, you know, if you have something to show or promote or anything, just I'm happy to put it up. Okay, here it is. I know, guys. Can you paste that? Copy and paste it? But you could link it. It's in the chat room, so I think you could probably click on it there. See, I'm live, so I don't think I could click on it. But there you go. It's up there if you want to copy and paste it and go check out Stormblade. And I will, after this, I will check it out as well. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, on Instagram. I don't know. I didn't save it, so I probably won't be able to pull it up. But it was this guy who was saying, and I brought this up last week because I didn't know enough about it. I still don't really. Another controversial thing about AI, right? I guess there's this, AI is obviously a computer, but I keep hearing this lately, like the training models used, that the models that they use to train them for some music took music from artists, and then they take all these different, here we go. Here's the music page. So maybe that one's better. There you go. www.kompoz.com. Oh, that's the AI thing. Compose.com. See, I never even went on Suno. I use something called brev.ai, and that's how I got the songs that I got for Love Zombies. And, you know, we bought a subscription, and you could you put your ideas. Dan did some stuff for Politishock on there. He had like a song. And I mean, for people, since I have written songs and I can play all this stuff, I mean, it's amazing what it could pop out. So people who've never written their own songs, so I get I know I'm all over the place. I get the feeling of like, oh my God, I spent 20 years learning songs. I did this, and now someone could pop it out. So if you're not a musician, you're like, oh, this is great. I could make songs. But if you're a musician, you're kind of like, oh my God. And then, but if you look at it with both sides, you're like, could also be like, oh my God, like that's not fair. Or you could look at it like, oh my God, like I don't have to go to a studio and spend all this money. I mean, like, again, it's just, but for this project, I wanted something like for kids. Honestly, I didn't want to have to go and record it all. I love the song so much. I'm like, oh, maybe I will now. Like, on my own time, if I'm not going to go spend thousands of dollars to do a soundtrack, because I've done that. I'm still paying off my album and I make no money on it, but I've accepted it. It is what it is. I mean, the album's not even out yet. I'm not trying to like, oh, I make no money. But I'm saying like the world has changed. And if you've been watching Hollis-tics at all, like live in person on the air, I've been like going through all of it. Like, oh my God. There was one point I'm like, I'm not giving my music away for free. And then I'm like, well, I guess I don't think we're ever going to make a living from music and all that. So it's like, I'm just like I'm a real person like everyone else. I'm in real time here, just trying to navigate this changing world. Who would have thought? I don't know. So, but back to the guy about the training the AI. So apparently when they train these AI, these music platforms like the Brev AI or the Suno or the one he's saying Compose, if I'm under the right understanding that this is the same kind of thing as like a Brev AI and a Suno or whatever. I think the controversial thing is that they've been training these AI models, and they take, I guess, all these songs. I could be explaining this completely wrong, but they take all these different songs, and that's how they pull and learn how to write all these choruses, but taking them from people and artists and not giving them any money for it. I mean, it's just another way of stealing stuff, but So there was a video and the guy was like, I wrote all these songs for Madonna and I did this and I found this one AI platform that the training models just stole 72 of my songs and I didn't get any money from them and they didn't ask me for rights to use this, which I mean, I understand. So I could understand why he's mad, but I guess that's where there's the controversial debate too. Like, it's not morally good it's not right, and it's not good to do this to musicians, to steal their work and not give them credit or give them pay, you know? So I don't know. I mean, it's just like I said, I've come from the schools. I mean, you're in the industry, you get screwed. I mean, I never made a freaking much money from anything I've ever done. So, I mean, and like I said, not trying to be negative, but I'm just like, it's the way of the world. I didn't make the rules. I didn't make AI. I'm just trying to figure it out. And when I make these little videos, it makes me happy. And I am the first one to fight for musicians to preserve humanity, as I said, but I came to a crossroads where it's more like, okay, AI is here. It's not going anywhere. It's just going to get more and more intense and everywhere. What are you going to stand? You have a choice. Are you going to try to resist it and stand in the past and say, no, I'm never using it again. How dare those people? Like, oh my God. I get that too. And there was a point where I'm like, oh my God, say no AI, don't ever use it. It's going to end humanity. It's going to end musicians. That's real too. There's part of me that still feels like that. But then at the same time, I'm like, well, what do? You kind of gotta, are you going to get left behind? You're going to be one of those people who are like, back in my day, like I only had CDs and I'll never download music because I just want a CD player. Like, you live in the past, you have to kind of adapt and evolve and move on. And things are changing. You got to figure out, okay, well, how can I make this work for me? Okay, so I could still sing my songs and play piano, but maybe I'll play it to a backing track, or if I, or whatever. So there's just a lot. The song you will hear is them in New Sound. I made the album. Aw, Aaron says, I like your song. I will listen to completely after the show. Stormblade says, look at all I do collaboration with many now. That's my band. I didn't want to use AI. I would, but in only a few things. Basically, take what these guys do and compile so we all have backing tracks. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing, Stormblade, too. I had a guest on here a couple weeks ago. His name was Lord Thaddeus. And we were talking all about AI. He's an older artist, and he did the whole thing, too. Before AI, he lived and played, and I think he lived in Hollywood, and he did all this before there was AI. And now he's all like, he uses AI, he says, and he said, use it, like he has his own ideas and he'll bring it kind of into AI and see kind of what they come up with, but he also knows how to play. Like, so if there are these tools there, I don't think it's anything you need to feel bad if you use it. Again, they force these things down our throat. Like, we didn't ask for this, right? But now we're like, okay, instead of just being, for me anyway, so negative, like, no, screw AI, never. I'm like, wow, look what it did. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It looks like a freaking Disney movie. And I've said this before. It's like, I never would have had the budget. I couldn't have self-published on Amazon, I guess. I didn't know how to do all that stuff. But I'm kind of like, well, people are going to steal my music. I'm never going to get paid for it, I guess, in return. I'm not saying it's steal people's stuff, but I mean, I'll use AI, I guess. Like, here's my contribution. So you could borrow my music, take it, I guess. And then I'm going to borrow some ideas or whatever. Again, I'm not saying steal people's stuff, but hey, I mean, since the end of time, artists got ripped off. You're lucky if you get out alive. I mean, yeah, I didn't make the frickin', sorry, I get passionate. I try not to curse. I didn't make the fucking rules. We're just here trying to figure it out. And there you go. I didn't make the rules. I'm just trying to live in it. And I've been a creator all of my life, I would say. I think we're all creators. But some people use it more than others. And then some people, I had a episode of like, if you can't get famous, if you can't make any money from it, are you going to still do it? My answer is yes, because I just love doing it. I love making these characters and songs. It's just, and paintings and books. And it's exciting to think, okay, well, AI could help me with this and I could get out to the world. And, maybe I will never make money. And maybe on the side, I need to go and become a I was gonna say an electrician. I don't think that's gonna happen. Go and become a freaking, like I said, like some other career and still do it to make money because this is the world. I don't know. But like I said, we've always got ripped off as a musician or a creative. Please. I've never freaking made a dollar. Like I made some money during the pledge campaign, but then we didn't have that greatest guidance and we spent all the money on the album. We had nothing left to promote it. It ended the band. Like, man, life, you know? But this is cool. Finally found a music girl. Oh, you mean me or someone else? Because I've been doing music for a long time, but it's basically a personal ENG system. I was laughing, so that is a typo. Oh, it's okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. Where are you from? Let us know. We have people in here from. I'm in Ohio right now. We have. I know Shannon's from Brooklyn. Shannon, are you? I don't know if Shannon's still there, but are you from Brooklyn originally? No, are you from Pennsylvania? You must be because it's how you knew Mike, right? But then you moved to Brooklyn. I know you've been in Brooklyn for a long time. We have Aaron all the way from Frenchville, Maine, Northern Maine. That's where Aaron and I met. I used to live in Frenchville. Joe's in Ohio. Tim's is in Pennsylvania. Chris is all the way in the UK. Must kill Chris, guys. Chris might be in bed because he's in the UK and it's pretty late. But Chris is another musician. Aaron's a great musician. So we have Joe is in, like I said, Joe's in Ohio. But yeah, everyone in here we're from all around the globe or the world or the United States, but we do the UK in there. So let me know. Let me know where you're from. Wish I knew you then. It would have helped. Oh, good. Chris is still there. You're a girl. Music. Oh, so I don't know why I'm thinking Stormblade. I don't know. I don't know why. Oh, Missouri. Okay. So we have a music girl here. Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to checking out your stuff. I definitely will. And you put that in the chat room there. So I'll be able to look at it afterwards. White Noise says her internet is acting up. Well, that sucks because, excuse me, I know how it is. Luckily, it's been okay lately. I feel like I have to sneeze. You guys, when you have to sneeze, you look at the light. Let me see. Hold on. Now I'm in pressure. Kansas. Have you ever had a tornado? I can't sneeze. No, it's not working. I mean, when you think about Kansas, you just think like Missouri, though, too, is there's a lot of tornadoes and stuff. That would be very scary. I mean, being in any kind of natural disaster is probably is still scary. Earthquake, never had an earthquake. I think it was in California. I felt it one time. There was a rumble. But tornado seems so scary. Oh my God. Twister, that movie, remember? Where else? In the UK, I feel like you don't get a lot of natural disasters. Maine is the harsh winter. I mean, there definitely could be natural disasters. If God forbid you get stuck in the cold, I mean, you could definitely die in winter storms. And driving, that's a big one. Driving. I mean, on every place, every territory has its dangers, right? I don't think you're ever totally safe. I mean, Ohio, there are tornadoes in Ohio, but certain areas more. Like I think that was even when we were moving here. I remember thinking, oh, where's less tornadoes? They said Cincinnati has more tornadoes than Cleveland, like that area, even though they're not that far away. But you're in California, you're not gonna have a snowstorm, but you could have an earthquake. What's worse? Probably an earthquake that could you could break off into the ocean. Tornado, earthquake. What else? Oh, that's scary. Another I always mess typhoon, right? Not typhoid. Typhoid's a disease. Typhoon. Those are so scary. I've had dreams about those, like the big wave coming up, the tsunami. Now, see, those are more in Asia, right? In like the Philippines and all that area. Where was that really bad tsunami? Sri Lanka, right? So those are like the big tidal waves. But ocean, an earthquake causes that, right? So, but we're not gonna have a tsunami here, I don't think. And or is a tsunami? Am I saying the right word? Is tsunami the storm? Big raining one? What's the one where the wave comes? Keep thinking a typhoon. What's a typhoon? I'm legitimately named Paige the lead. Oh, cool. We almost did last week. You almost had a tornado last week. UK has a lot of rain. And who was from the UK? This is Chris. You guys should definitely follow each other. Chris is he just put out an album. It's called Weird Pastry. It's on Bandcamp, but he's great. And I've known Chris for over a decade now. He was someone I met when I was playing out in the UK in my own band, Love Zombies. He was an awesome person and friend, and he's here. He's one of their surviving ones. He's come back. Tsunami is okay, great. VOPUSA said we're featured on Rumble. That's good. That's like a bonus. That doesn't always happen. If you get featured on Rumble, it means more people see it, which is nice. Well, then thank you, Rumble. Thank you. In that case, we'll definitely keep talking about Love Zombies, guys, because we want to spread love, and light. Lolly Love Zombie, she's here. Now it's just not me saying, hey, Hollis says, oh, love and light. She embodies it. They don't just talk about it. They live it. That's what Love Zombies Land is. The tsunami is the wave. Tsunami is the massive wave, not typhoid. Yeah. What other natural disasters? Oh, hurricane. Yeah, they're bad too. Obviously, they're more, I think, Hurricane Florida. That was literally like, I would love to live in Florida. I mean, who wouldn't? I said, but no, some people don't because humidity and alligators, things like that. Who wouldn't love to? I would love to live in Florida, but that was one thing we were considering moving to Florida. That would be awesome. A little more expensive, of course, but hurricanes. My cousin lived in Florida. She's originally from Pennsylvania. She had a nice house down there. She loved it, but she was in like 5 hurricanes and it destroyed her house. Like every time I talked to her, she was like rebuilding her house because the hurricanes destroyed it. So you think about it, and then you think about, I mean, if you're gonna buy a house, but then the housing insurance, like, so every place, Florida's, everything has its drawbacks, right? So Florida's like so nice all year round, and people go down there with the snowbirds, and they go down there in the winter. But then there's hurricanes. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, they have hurricanes. North Carolina, maybe not. North Carolina has hurricanes, obviously, right? So every place, but then you're up in like somewhere like northern Maine. Now you're not gonna have an earthquake there, probably, or a tornado, but the winters are harsh and very long and cold. But in Kansas, we started on this because you said Missouri, but Kansas, oh my gosh, all you think about is me, anyways. The Wizard of Oz and like the tornado. I mean, you get like a hurricane. I don't know. Thank you, God. God willing, God, knock on wood, I was not in a huge natural disaster, but so I can't really speak from experience. I mean, I've not been in like snowstorms and stuff like that, but you're not going to have a tornado in certain areas. You don't hear of tornadoes in Florida. I mean, obviously, like I said, you hear of hurricanes. But I remember Pennsylvania had a tornado, I think. Floods. Dan had a flood. Not Dan had a flood, but Dan was, and Dan's dad, I remember he told me, Smurglio told me it ruined his house. He had to move. There's a flooding. In Pennsylvania, which is weird. Pennsylvania, Scranton, that's where I'm originally from. It's a big coal mining city, an anthracite coal, and the miners and all that. And we have miners insurance in Pennsylvania because some of those houses are, I would say, where they built above the mine. Like there's been instances that houses fell into the earth. Now, how about that? Oh my gosh. You think like one thing's bad, like, okay, a hurricane, if you can prepare, you could hide maybe, and you can get out of town maybe. But I mean, a coal mining thing? Could you imagine just like falling into the earth? Dan, let me know. Didn't that happen to more in Pennsylvania? I mean, sure, there's other ones, but Scranton is a big coal mining city, and back in the day, it definitely was. And Dan's dad, Smurglio, that's when I say Smurglio, that's Dan's dad. He sent me a video about all of it. It's pretty interesting, actually. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was pretty long, but I watched like a good half of it, and then I never returned to it. I wish I got to watch the end of it, but it's actually really good to learn about it. But Scranton was a huge influence on all the coal mining and anthracite and all that, and that's probably why a lot of people too in Scranton. I don't know. I feel like the cancer is a big thing. The lung cancer. My dad had lung cancer. He didn't smoke, but I feel like there's stuff. Like that was probably the worst job ever. I mean, there's a lot of bad, dangerous, horrible, like so many people died in there. And like in the mines, the young kids had to work there. It was just really probably a horrible job. And, they just, people would die in the mines and they would throw their bodies on the porch. I remember There's been like there's bad things there, but anyway, so that's Pennsylvania. You could fall into the thing, but it's rare East Coast gets hit with the tornado. Yeah, but I do remember one time my dad was like, "There's a tornado in Scranton," and he told me he was like hiding in the basement, and there we get a shower down there because there was all these winds. So yeah, it's more rare. Ohio, there is some, like I said, I think in Cincinnati and stuff. There's probably has been in Cleveland maybe, but just rare. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What would be the worst? What would be the scariest you think to get hit in to be in? I don't know what I not like they're all bad. I'm not saying they all have their things. I think in my order, I think the least scariest, and again, they're all bad. The least scariest would probably be like the snowstorm, obviously, but then hurricane would be, and then it gets more scary. I don't know what would be worse to be in an earthquake or tornado. Again, I think it depends on where you are. I mean, if you're in an earthquake in your house, again, depending if you're on the top floor, if everything caves in, or if you're on a bridge, you're screwed. You know, tornado. If you're outside, if you're like in your house and you could go in the basement, you might be okay. But if you're just out driving, same thing. Did they just come? Is it like the Wizard of Oz where they just comes and it just takes you up like that movie Twister, and then it will throw you down? It just takes your whole. See, I don't know what would be scarier, a tornado or an earthquake. What do you guys think? If I had my poll, I'd put it up. Again, not that I don't know. We got on this topic. Not that you want to get stuck in either, but if you had to pick one, what would you rather be get stuck in know that a tornado was coming or an earthquake? What would be worse? I don't know. Like I said, I haven't experienced. I just think a tornado seems to be the scariest to me. But I'm sure an earthquake's no picnic either. None of them are. But then don't forget the typhoon. That one too. My God. I just remember hearing or the tsunami. I remember reading that horrible one. And was it Sri Lanka? Is that how you say it? Sri Lanka? And all the water came, and then there was snakes, and could you bad enough that happens, and all of a sudden there's these snakes in there and everything. You would think this sounds dumb. Okay, if the ocean is coming, could there be sharks in there then? Could there be a great white shark could just be swimming? I don't know. Oh, food for thought. See, we go into everything. This is not really TGIF, but it's one of those we could relate it back to TGIF Friday somehow. But with that said, let's play a little something, and I will be right back as we ponder the questions of natural disasters here on Hollis-tics. I'm your host, Hollis Mahady, and we will be right back after this quick commercial break.
You're watching Hollis-tics, hosted by Hollis Mahady. Be sure to visit hollismahady.com and join our email list to stay updated on upcoming shows, special events, new music, books, podcasts, and creative projects. And if you're looking for a community of like-minded people who value authentic human connection, meaningful conversations, creativity, music, art, and personal growth, join us at buymeacoffee.com/hollismahady. Together, we're building a growing community focused on preserving what matters most. Real people, real conversations, and genuine connection.
The world has forgotten something important, and it's up to Lolly and the Love Zombies army to help us remember. When the evil Drago unleashes dark energies and dangerous amnesia fumes across Earth, a colorful band of heroes embark on a cosmic adventure filled with friendship, imagination, and heart. Love Zombies Land, a story for kids, but a reminder for adults too. Available now as a digital download exclusively at hollismahady.com.
Each copy includes access to bonus content and a special soundtrack through an exclusive QR code inside the book. Join the community at buymeacoffee.com/HollisMahady and receive a free digital copy as a thank you. And coming soon, the paperback edition, which will be available on Amazon. Join Lolly and the Love Zombies Army on their mission to help the world remember what matters most: love.
And there you go, guys. We're back to Hollis-tics. Welcome back. I am your host, Hollis Mahady, and you are watching Hollis-tics. I see Stormblade's comment there. Oh, thank you. She's smiling. Hell yeah, Hollis. Good box equals vocals. Good vocals. Thank you. Those are my original songs up there, and I do have an album coming out this year. Hopefully it will be out by 2026. Like I said, I was doing for a while. It really does suck the joy out of it. I was really like, okay, my album's coming out. I recorded myself. Like, this is my big comeback after all these years. Like, I wrote this myself. I paid for it. I produced it. Every part of that is me. I mean, I had an engineer who helped me. Not if I say every single part is a lie, I can't play electric guitar like that. But that is from an electric guitar player. I told him what to write. I helped him write the solo, like all that stuff. He was awesome though. But and I was all this pressure on it. Like, okay. And I remember I took like 2 courses online, like how self-releasing it yourself, and I'm going to do it through my own label, Voice of Freedom Records, which I still am, and that's it's on Spotify under Voice of Freedom Records, my own record label that I put it out on. But there was just so much pressure. I was putting pressure on myself because there wasn't pressure really, but it was like, oh, all these changing times, and how do I get the views and click? And I found myself like falling into this like trap that I feel like all these independent musicians and creators are in at this moment. Like, how do I break through the algorithm? How do I do this? And it just was taking the joy out of it. And, so my album's called A Comedy of Errors. I'm figuring out, I think I'm just going to start, I'm putting more songs out, and, I'm going to put it out eventually. And for me, it was like, I just worked so long and so hard on these songs. I wanted to have a music video for it and all these things. But then, and as soon as I would think of it, I'd be like, how am I going to pay for it? How's anyone ever going to see it? How am I going to do this? And I just started feeling like, not to take anything away from the album. I love it. I wanted to get out there, but at the same time, at what cost? I don't know. I'm not into playing the Hollywood game. I'm not into like messaging old music managers I used to know. And like, I just, over it. So there you go. So, so Love Zombies is actually kind of like, it's something different, but at the end of the day, it's all like, it all exists at hollismahady.com. That's my website. That's me. Right there, hollismahady.com. So my album is going to be up there this year. And I release covers and Amnesia, and I think Sweet Poison Love is going to be my next song. The only thing that the reason it's not up is I have to go on TuneCore and finish the cover for it and upload it and blah, blah, blah. So that's the only reason it's not up yet. So that's going to be the next one coming soon. But even Amnesia, I just love that song. But I did what I could for it. I didn't really make that big of a deal about it when it came out because, you're doing a million things. I've posted here, posted there. Is anyone looking? I don't know. Oh, look at my song on TikTok. Oh, I try. And I thought, oh, I'll make 100 pieces of micro content. Just do clips of the hook of the song a million times and be singing it in the grocery store and be singing it there. And it's just like, I don't know. If you have to do all those things, to try to hook people to listen to your music. Oh, I mean, that's what you have to do, I guess. But is it what you have to do? I don't know. I just don't want to do it. So it's there. It's there. That's all I'll say. But Shannon says, back to that, even the names of them sound scary. A tornado, an earthquake, tsunami, a hurricane, all that stuff. Yeah. We don't want to be stuck in any of them. So let's all take a spaceship to Love Zombies Land. They don't have natural disasters there. But speaking of that, should we play the new song? I'm excited to play it. Roy G. Biv, my character. He's so cute. You guys ready? Should I debut Roy G. Biv here? The video I worked on like all day yesterday. Maybe we'll do that. Like I said, I started this saying, oh, maybe I'll keep it a little short. We didn't talk too much about Friday night, but if you guys want to talk about any kind of movies or anything, feel free, just put it up there. Sometimes we've had episodes where we're talking about Full House and Family Matters and Perfect Strangers and all that. And, It's fun, but sometimes I just find myself then talking about this other stuff. So, what do you think? Should we debut Roy G. Biv? Let me see. Hold on. All right. Well, I'm just gonna play it. So here we go, guys. I'm gonna introduce you to the next character. Now he's not really they don't really go in order, but he's gonna probably come. You'll learn more about him in book 2. But he is the guy, he's the artist in residence on Love Zombies Land, and he paints everything. So I won't say too much. The video will speak for itself. So let's play it. I love this song as well. All right, here we go. Introducing The World. And since we're featured on Rumble, maybe more people will see it. But if you are on Rumble watching this by chance, and you're one of those eyeballs up there, I see the little eyes there, this is the perfect time for you to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stormblade, make sure you subscribe. Where are you watching this? Let me see. Stormblade, like I could usually see. Oh, Stormblade, I think you're on Rumble. Are you on Rumble? So if you're on Rumble, make sure you follow us, and I will follow. Yes, Full House from the 90s was the best. Yeah, we've played Full House clips on here. I'm the huge big dork. I know way too much about Full House than I should probably admit, but whatever. We keep it real here. Jesse was a sexy man. Yes, everyone loved Uncle Jesse. Jesse and the Rippers. Fun fact, I'll name drop. When I lived in LA, I recorded an album, and Matt Sorum produced it from Guns N' Roses. That's not the name drop. This relates to Full House. But the guy who played on my track, Strange World and a couple other ones, his name was Lonnie Cordola, and he's such a nice guy. He's like literally like he's more of like a monk, like a peaceful hippie. But anyway, he lives in like Pakistan, and he does all these things helping these women in Pakistan play the guitar, and just it's a good guy overall. But he was in Jesse and the Rippers. He was in the show, and it was more like, oh my God, Matt Sorum, Guns N' Roses. And I'm like, you were in Jesse and the Rippers? You were on Full House? Oh my God, because they knew like John Stamos, and Matt Sorum knew John Stamos, I think, and stuff. I mean, I never met him, but I was more like, you were on Full House? Oh my God. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, so make sure you guys, if you're watching this on a Rumble, give it a follow, give it a like, subscribe. Okay, Shannon's ready. I'm ready. Here we go. I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to introduce you to Roy G. Biv. Here we go. And I'm going to blast it in my headphones because I just don't get sick of these songs. I think they're so cute. Here we go. Roy G. Biv. 3, 2, 1.
He showed up with a grin, 7 shades in his hand, red on the mailbox, orange in the sand, yellow on the jacket, green in the leaves, blue in the puddles, indigo on the breeze. He said, look again, tell me what you see. A little more color, a little more me. No dull little corners, no fading in sight. Just a world waking up in the splash of the light. Roy G. Biv, let it live. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet too. Roy G. Biv, look at what he gives. Colors in the sky, colors everywhere, makes the whole world alive. With a spark in the air, he brushed the clouds at dawn, made the whole roof glow, poured some red in the sunset, then let the blue wind flow. Green in the park grass, yellow on the swing, orange in the window when the kids all sing. He said, look again, don't let it slip by. A bright little magic on the edge of your eye. From the ground to the treetops, from the sea to the night, everything gets louder when it dresses in light. Roy G. Biv, let it live. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet He never needs a crown, he just works with a smile. Turn a plain little day into a painted out mile. If the world feels quiet, he knows what to do. One quick pass of color and it starts dancing too. Roy G. Beef, paint it, let it live. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet too. Roy G. Beef, look at what he gives. Colors in the sky, colors everywhere, makes the whole world alive. With a spark in the air.
And there you go. And there we have it. I have to turn my vocals down as I was blasting it in my ears. That's Roy G. Biv. Isn't he cute? Oh, let me put my media assets. Let's switch it over to TGI Fridays. But yeah, like, wouldn't it be fun to have a friend like him? He's just so nice to Lolly. He loves Lolly. I mean, they all love each other. They're love zombies after all. Let's go to TGI Fridays here. There we go. But I just love the character created, you know, and it's just again, I go ahead and say I'm amazed by AI. It's like, oh my God, how could it do that? And I mean, it takes a while to do it because that video was like 3 minutes, 20 seconds, almost 3.5 minutes. And you could only get clips in increments of 10 seconds. So you have to like tell, like, I need something of him painting the mailbox red, and I need, painting her jacket yellow. And then you're trying to get the right zombie. And sometimes they mess up and it's not like, and you can't get mad because you're like, oh my God, they'll come up with some other stuff. But that was the most challenging, was keeping it consistent, the same zombie. And then I put something about Maine, trying to generate a scene in Maine, and it wouldn't do it. They wanted him painting potatoes, but they wouldn't do it. But I don't know why. But yeah, like, wouldn't it be fun to have a friend like Roy? I just think it would be cool. But he loves Lolly, and he gives her umbrella and all that stuff. Aw, thank you, Shannon. It's so amazing. I love it. Right? It's so good. It's so cute. I gotta post that on my Buy Me a Coffee too. But that's on the Love Zombies bonus page as well too. When you get the book, the QR code, you could scan it, and it's on there. Cool song. Aw, thank you. Made you feel up and happy. Exactly. And that's the whole point. The Love Zombies are here they don't preach. Like, they're not coming here to be like, oh, the point is they are painting potatoes. Yes. But Aaron, you could like all this stuff. Like I said, could you make me a scene in Cleveland? Could you make me one in Hollywood? And like it does it. And I said, could you make me one in Aroostook County? And it was like, nope, copyright claim. Like, you may be infringing on. Like, I'm like, really? In Aroostook County, Maine? Then I was like, well, can you make me one in a potato farm in a rural setting? And I don't know. It wouldn't do it. But I don't give up. I'm gonna try. Not lobster, not blueberries. Maybe I should try that. Maybe it won't give me the, like, flag me, or because sometimes you'll put in something it's harmless, like painting potatoes, and it's like, oh, this may violate our policies, and I'm like, what? Like, it's nothing. So I don't know. So it has some like little kinks, but overall, I mean, you can't really complain. Like, it did all that, but yes. So, but yeah, I mean, that's the thing with the Love Zombies. That's why it applies. Oh, it applies to children, I was going to say, or maybe appeals to children because it's colorful, it's visual, it's uplifting songs, it's fun. It's like, but at the same time, it's just when I say it's for adults too, because they come here, and it's really not until the second book when they're going to start interacting with humans. Because the first book is, as I said, it's more of a background of their backstory, like who they are, where they came from, Love Zombie Land, why are they on Earth, who's Drago, like it's really the backstory, but it's cool. And then at the end, like I said, I don't want to give it away. They land on Earth, and she lands somewhere. I've said it before. She lands in Hollywood, but with giving it away. But something happens, and they land in different places and things like that. And But, in Love Zombies land, they don't have human emotions. They don't have negativity. They don't know what that is. They don't use the word I or me or self or it's all me, me, me. They only use the word we or us or together or we are one. They only use these words. And so when they come to Earth, they're getting prepared for this mission. They're warned of Earth is a different place. It's a different density. It's a different vibration. And then we throw in the mix amnesia fumes and dark energy fumes and all this stuff that has purposely been unleashed to the humans. And love zombies have empathy. They come down here. They're not associated with a political party. Love zombies are not right or left or this or that. Like they're not. They don't even know what that is. And then so it's kind of funny when they come and they are hearing these words and they were warned about this stuff, but they don't preach and they're not trying to do this. They just come here and they're trying to have raise the vibe. And how do they do that? By having fun, by being silly, by playing music, by doing adventures, by being outrageous and so it's a bit of fantasy because I know I'm someone who always wishes that on this world in this world it was different and then people could look past their differences and just exist, but it's hard. People just fight and they have to be right, and being right's more important than peace and love. And so I'm a bit of a hippie, at heart, and I dream of those things. And then now that's why I live it out through Lolly. So she's quite a character. But yes, so we are at 8:41, and I still, like I said, my goal is to try to see if we could get up to the barbecue and get some barbecue food maybe and just take a little walk around because it's nice and it's summer. So with that said, what else do we got here? Anybody want any TGI memories or anything you want to throw in the chat room and discuss? Any episodes or reruns? I saw something on, was it Facebook? It was speaking of TGI Friday's Boy Meets World, it was I know Topanga. I forget her real name. Is it Danielle something? Oh, Danielle Fisher. Is that her name? Something Fisher. She has a podcast, and I guess as I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But just watching this clip, what I without knowing exactly what she's doing on the podcast, it seems like they talk about a lot of Boy Meets World episodes, and the Fred Savage didn't want to be on the podcast, and the other guy, was it Sean? I forget his real name, something Ryder Strong. Is that what it is? But Sean was on the podcast with her, and I guess maybe they watched these old episodes that they've never watched and seen, and it's bringing back memories. And I guess Fred Savage, had said, "Oh, I don't know, I don't want to be on it," or something. I don't know. There's that. Aw, here's that was fun. I hope you have so much fun tonight and make great memories. Yes. And have some good food, some good barbecue. I love myself a good barbecue. And looking at all the different food trucks, I saw a bouncy house and all that stuff. It looks nice right in our neighborhood here. But yes, so with that said, that was my TGI Friday, the Boy Meets World thing. Any Steve Urkel things, like I said, there's only so much you could say about it, but if, I'm open to everything here on Hollis-tics on Friday nights. But yeah, so make sure you guys check out the website, and I will definitely let everyone know. Hopefully it'll be, Chris is going to let me know tomorrow or when he gets it. I hope he sends a picture, and I will get my copy on Monday. And hopefully if it's all good, then I'll say I can finally play my commercials now on Amazon, because I have 10 of them ready to go. But they're just little clips, different little clips of the songs and stuff. It wasn't that bad to do all that. And yeah, that's going to be good. And next week, like I said, I will be back live on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's good. It gives me some chance now, because Monday show, then, the weekend I could use it to make my event and promote it. And then Tuesday I could do it for Wednesday, and then Thursday I could do it for Friday. So it works better than trying to do it quality over quantity. Sometimes you bite off more than you can chew, and then you realize, oh, I don't know. It was all I was doing, and it was just, doing it every night, because like I said, it's not just, I don't just show up and talk. You have to do 8 million other things to make this happen. So it's a bit much. It's a bit much, especially when you're trying to create, a whole other planet, Love Zombies land in a universe, and you have your own music and all that stuff. And then there's other household things you have to do, like, you know, go to Sam's Club and get your bulk items. And then I did some hot yoga this week as well, and that was fantastic. I'm glad I did it. I was so sore. It was, one of those you're trying to get back into shape. I got my nails done today and my toes, and that was very nice. I haven't done that in quite some time. And it is a ripoff, I think, to get your nails painted, but at the same time, I don't do it all the time. So and the toes last for a long time when you get your toes done. So they're going to last me a while now. So I don't need that done. I have a very bad habit, probably too honest, but I bite my nails, and I know that's not a good habit. That's gross. I know it's just like anxiety, or I wouldn't say I have too much anxiety, but my mind is always going, and I was like, it's just such a bad habit. So I have very short nails, but now they're red. I thought, since I got my Love Zombies things out of the garage and things are coming together, I was like back in the red theme and back to blonde eventually, and still doing some test strands, and I going against the orders of the recommendations of your stylist to say, don't do that to your hair. Like, oh, well, it's just one strand, and then that's the problem. Then you're like, oh, that worked. I'm gonna try another one. Then another one. Then you go back and they're like, oh, what did you do to your hair? But yeah, so like I said, there's a lot of different things going on here. But yes, so hopefully everybody here has a good weekend. As I start to wind down the show, I talk a lot and time goes really fast. It's already 8:46, so we're getting to the 2-hour mark. Maybe I will play my Lolly song because we are featured on Rumble. And if people are watching, they're like, what is it? Love Zombie Land is a book I wrote. It's coming out soon. And the video, Roy G. Biv, we just introduced him, but Lolly is our main character, and she's so cute. She's so freaking cute. So I think I'll play Everything Is Me, and then I'll come back and any closing remarks or final comments in the chat room. So if you got anything, now's the time. Don't hesitate. But here we go. This is Everything Is Me. This is the Love Zombies Land soundtrack, and this is Lolly the Love Zombie. For those who don't know who she is, now you know. Here we go.
Lolly in Love Zombies Land, pinks bloom under every hand. She wakes up with a mirror grin, gives her own sweetheart a spin. She says, I am you, you are me. Love is mine and it runs free. She sways where the roses grow, breath in, breath out, nice and slow. Fluffy love taps at her door, tail like a feather on the floor. His guitar by, strings like sunbeams in the sky. He strums while she sings along, turning quiet into song. Fluffy love curls by her feet, pink hearts dancing down the street. She meditates and hums all day, love zombie magic, yeah, yeah, yeah. She sways where the roses grow, breath in, breath out, nice and slow. Dino plays a gentle line, and the whole land starts to shine. Say self-love starts in me today. Fluffy love, Dino too. All the love comes right on through. She closes her eyes and sings it back. Whole wide world turns pink just like that. I am you, you are me. I am everything you see. Everything
And there you have it, guys. Welcome back. I am Hollis-tics. You've been watching Hollis-tics. This is Hollis-tics. And before we adjourn for the night, that's the word, right? Adjourn. I'm going to share actually because I haven't really shared this. I'm just going to share my screen here real quick. Share screen window. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to share this real quick. This is me. I am my own board operator. This thing I do everything myself here. Share screen. Oh, window. Wow, it's weird. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, share. There we go. Oh, am I sharing it? Wait, hold on. Oh, add a stage. There it is. Okay, so just in case, this is my website and I did redo it. So just to show you real quick, that's just a little bit about me. But here it is. Right on the front page there. If you're interested, you could go. And this is Meet Lally and the Love Zombies Army. Get the book here. And just want to make sure that's still, yeah. And there's the landing page there. And there's the cover. And it says you could get the paperback coming soon. Hopefully that'll be off next week. So I'll be able to put the link there. But right here, step inside Love Zombies Land. You can learn a little bit about, well, that's just the video. If you want to watch it again, it's on there. It's on the landing page. Meet Lolly. You could peek inside the book. You could read a couple pages there. And the mission of the Love Zombies. And it's more than a book. As I said, you get the bonus content. There's 6 original songs. Bonus artwork, special extras, all that good stuff. Ready to join the adventure? They're having so much fun. And you can a little bit about me. You've met the author. I'm the author here. And if you want to stay connected, I encourage you to join the Love Zombies Army. You can put your email in there. And that's just the landing page there. But let me go back. I'm just going up to the beginning here. How do I get back to my website? Oh, I don't know. Wait, hold on. See that? Allow. Goodbye. Oh, there's my website there. So and everything else is on there. Here's the reconnection movement. Again, you could also, that I wrote that in 2015. That was about AI. Even back then, I was worried about it, as I talked about my first episode. If you want to go back and read that, you can put your email in there. And also the recreation movement. So we went from the reconnection movement to like, and now we are here. So I say we're just recreating. If there are things we're missing, we'll recreate it. If it's, such a busy world and people don't do this or that anymore, who says you can't still do it, So that's that. And you could watch that. And then up here at the very top, again, there's my music is there. I was talking about that earlier. I should play this. Maybe I'll play that next time. But I made that and I did use some AI in that. But maybe I'll play it. Should I just play it? Okay, I'm going to play this because I actually did this. Not because my music is so important and I'm not trying to take a back seat, but here it is. Covers and Amnesia is out. There's my pictures, blah, blah, blah. Join the community. And here, I'm going to play this. This is a comedy of errors. And this is actually a sneak peek of like a bunch of the songs. And these are the songs that I wrote myself and I written, recorded and everything. So here, I'm going to play this real quick. And there we go.
I wanted love, I wanted hope, I wanted to be just okay. So I went and played the game. Amnesia, we're under amnesia. They got us forgotten who we are. It's a spell that we're under, cast from the start. And it's time to remember just who you are. Let's forget the game we played. You will never feel real. I'm here and you're gone. It's a call to all believers. Wondering why you're here and what is this all for? Then I think of you, waiting shy you. Burn it down, 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 burn it down. got your love and your grace. Thank you, all my characters in my comedy of errors. Thank you all for joining me in this comedy of errors.
Oh, wait, let me add this. Let me remove that. Oh, okay, I'm back. And I'll just finish with my background here. Back to the, TGI Friday. There it is. There it is. There it is. Oh, still not there. Hollis, come on, get with it. Get with it, Hollis. There it is. So back to TGIF Fridays. But yes, so basically my website is the hub of all the things here. And that's just very big. But yeah, it's all on there. The music, the podcast. If you're interested, we have a podcast replay library. And that's from the very episode 1 all the way down. And I think I think I have to put the last 2 up there, but they are on Spotify as well. So I have to put this one up there. But podcast community and support. Again, if you're interested in becoming a member of the community, that's where I talked about. Check it out. There's only 2 options here. There's all my posts here. So yeah, members only. These are, if you support, you can look at all this stuff. There's I've posted a lot. I put a lot of work into this. They're all there. And then there's the membership options. There's only 2 options, $2 a month. Just you support the idea, you support all the creativity, the people, everything we're doing. And then if you want to join for $10 a month, you get that digital copy of Love Zombies Land, exclusive podcasts, live streams, early access to new music and creative projects, downloads, automatic entry into a monthly membership giveaway. When we get more members, I want to give away something every month, but you have to be a member to be in the running for that. So we're going to get to all that stuff, but I decided, I kind of forget to promote my website here, or you self-promote. But I mean, I know the show is Hollis-tics. I'm always, I guess, self-promoting by being here and talking about my stuff, but I don't love to do it, but like I said, this is what it is for. There's my post home. And if I go back here, that was the community, I think that was it. Let's just make sure. Goodbye. There it is. Goodbye. There. Okay. And then there's the shop. Oh, and the shop has the Love Zombies Land. That's where you can get it there. Just digital download. For a couple $bucks, some of my old songs. And then I redid a Love Zombies 10-year anniversary collection. And there's over 25 songs there. So it's some of the same stuff I had. I just kind of updated everything, kept it a little bit, succinct. So the word, if you want to contact me, if you ever want to get in touch with me, that's how you do it. If you want a gig or a book signing in your town, that's how you can do it. But yeah, there you go. With that said, go and join the mailing list if you feel so inclined to do. And if you're feeling generous, if you're not a creative person, or if you are a creative person, but I'm just saying, my point is, if you're one of those people with, a real source of income always coming in and not wondering, hey, where's my next gig coming from? What's anyone going to buy this? If you have a real job and you have extra money and you want to donate to the creatives out there, feel free. Not to say that creative people are not real jobs. I don't mean it like that, because I'm very much think they are, but we're not as consistent with our income. You never know where it's going to come or if it's going to come. So with that said, you could scan that QR code and you could, you can make a one-time contribution, buy me a cup of coffee, buy us a cup of coffee here, or become a member. That's probably the better thing, because it's a community. It's not just about me and asking for money, but I do support. I do support the show, and the show costs money to do, because just StreamYard alone costs me like $90 a month just to do the show. But I love doing it, and I'm not here just for the money. And some people, that's all they do it for, which, each to their own. But it'd be nice to be like a little bit of both. It would be nice. But we had a fantastic show, and it is 9:00 on the dot. So, Jess is in the house. I love TGIF Friday. I'm just about to wrap it up because we are going to barbecue. If it's still open, we're going to go and check it out, because it is summer here and I need to get out from underneath the computer and go socialize. So, but don't worry. I will be back next Friday, but I will be here before that. I will be back here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Hollis-tics. So a big thank you to everyone in the chat room tonight, everyone for being here. I like to go up early in the chat and say goodbye and hello and thank you to everyone for joining us tonight. We had Chris from the UK. I don't think Chris is still here. If you're here, let me know, Chris. It's very late there, so you could definitely be gone. Joe was in the house. Aaron was in the house. VOP USA Radio. Dan was in the house. Jim, Tim, all you guys are awesome. Shannon, I think I said Joe. I don't want to miss anyone. Aaron, and Jess is back here now. And our new introduction here to Stormblade. You guys, make sure you go and check out Stormblade. I'm going to check out when I'm done. She said she did follow us. I didn't see that because I'm on StreamYard, so I don't see until after. But I will follow you back on Rumble here, and definitely would love to check out your music. So thank you so much for coming in and for chatting, Stormblade. You know, a lot of people watch, but chatting is not a requirement. Actually, obviously, you can do what you want, but it's always nice when someone does actually jump in and. We have such a good community here of people, and there's great people here, and we're small, but we're growing. But as I always say, quality over quantity, so it doesn't matter. And the more the merrier, though. So, oh wow, really? You joined the logo? Awesome! That's so cool. I have to look more into that. I'm not really but yes, I will. Thank you. And Stormblade says, okay, good hanging out. House Great Tunes. I also followed you on Locals. Thank you so much. That's awesome. And I will be here. Okay. Oh, you're on Locals. See, I don't really use it that much, but I got to look into it. I know that's like the Rumble thing. See, I use the Buy Me a Coffee as my community. I know we have the Locals thing set up, but I don't know if I'm supposed to do extra stuff on that. But okay. Yes, I had to be seen. Yes. Well, I'm glad that you came in. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for commenting. I really appreciate it. Please come back. I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I mean, tonight we didn't really get into too much nostalgia. Sorry, Joe. But Friday's my TGIF edition where I kind of have my screensaver here with my TGIF, AOL, and then we talk about some old stuff, us old people here. When I say old, people who were born before cell phones and AI took over, before AI was even a thing. People who remember the old, like I said, the way of doing things before, real bands, and studios, and touring, and people still do that, but it's like there's this whole other world there, and that wasn't there before. So a lot of us here are kind of in between, and we have experienced the old world, and we miss it. We miss parts of it. So that's kind of where my podcast lands in that for Friday nights, and then Monday, Wednesday, we go into everything here from. Like the AI comes up a lot, but spirituality and talking about weird things. We've talked about aliens, talk about past lives, we talk about energy. We've talked about a whole smorgasbord. So come back if you'd like to. You're subscribed now. So if you are, I guess, turn on the bell. It'll let you know. Yes. Used to be out till dark. I go like the hide and seek generation. I say before the street lights came on, before the hide and seek. Yep. Then we roamed. Yeah. So not like I say, the podcast, I mean, if anybody wants to watch it, obviously not if you have to be this old to watch this, but some people would really more appreciate it. I think if, when you're talking about oldie shows, like people who don't know the shows aren't going to appreciate it as much, but you get the point. So anyway, guys, with that said, again, Stormblade, thanks for coming in, and hopefully we'll see you again. Please come back. And everyone else, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and maybe you'll find some more barbecue around your house. I don't know if it's still open, but we're gonna go check it out. You probably get there and everything's closed or something. But hey, you don't know unless you try. So I'm gonna close the show with the song I always play, my outro. Let's get that queued up. Hollis, cue it up. End stream. Cue up end stream and play the outro. All right, guys. I will see you guys all Monday night at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe, and we will all catch up on Monday. Enjoy the weekend, Joe, everybody. But Joe's out there, and he worked very hard, and he's looking forward to his weekend like everyone else, I'm sure. So enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all again on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, I'm Hollis Mahady, And you have been watching Hollis-tics. And hello, Smurglio. And goodbye, Smurglio. I didn't forget about you. Can't forget about you. And to Ruby and Pearl and Jake, of course. All right, guys. See you soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Thank you for watching Hollis-tics, hosted by me, Hollis Mahady. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to share it with someone who might need it too. And if you'd like to support the podcast, you can visit buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady. You can make a one-time donation or become a member for just a few dollars a month to get extra podcasts and exclusive behind-the-scenes content you won't find anywhere else. Or simply scan the code on the screen. Your support truly means the world to me and helps me continue creating independent content for you. If you like the music featured in this show, I license it through Epidemic Sound. You can head over to hollismahady.com, click on the podcast page, and use my link for a free trial. And don't forget to check out VOPUSARadio.com, where I host my music channel and am building a growing community of independent musicians. If you're interested in joining the network, just click Join Network and submit an application. Until next time, remember that you are loved and never alone. From human to human, big hugs. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy the outro video. I love this song.
Lights shining from the window late at night. I'm just watching someone else's life go by, wishing it was mine. Dreams, everybody has them at the start. Somewhere along the way they fall apart, and it makes it kinda hard to look up at the lights. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I could finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror when the lights go out, it's you looking back at me. Hold, try your best to hold on to the rope. We all have a reason to let go, and it's easier to do, but it's better if we don't. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I can finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror when the lights go out, it's you looking back at me. When you wish upon a star just to find out it's a plane, and when you think you've come so far but you're standing still again, and you finally understand. When the lights go out, everything is clear. When the lights go out, I could finally see. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I could finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror when the lights go out, it's you looking back at me. Hope, try your best to hold on to the rope. We all have a reason to let go, and it's easier to do, but it's better if we don't.